We're at a state park that was once a town, a gold mining town. Okay, this looks like a really old... Whoa! This kid over there is like really scared. He went out running. Said he saw something. I heard the door like
it slammed.
Yeah.
Dude, he ran out screaming. So we're at a state park that was once a town, a gold mining town. The name of the town or the state park is called Bannack. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But here is the town right here. People were living here until the 1970s. You might hear some people in the background, might see some people in the background. They're not ghosts, they're people visiting the state park. There's a whole field trip here too. There's like 200 kids here, but they're way back over there. We're gonna try to start all the way at the end where it's a little bit quieter. Now the park ranger told us, which I had no idea, but Ghost Adventures did an investigation here. The park ranger told me that there was 5 hangings in one day.
2.
Huh?
5 hangings in 2 days.
Oh, 5 hangings in 2 days.
But the town is known for hanging their sheriff.
They hung their sheriff
Yep.
here? Wow. This is really cool. This house kind of caught me by surprise. It looked really small from the front. It's actually a pretty good size.
So this is the Turner House, Cat Contway. He purchased the building in the 1900s and it served as his personal residence, a post office, and a barbershop.
Post office and barbershop.
Yeah.
It's a good size.
This is the assay office. This is where they analyzed minerals that the miners and stuff brought in, like gold and stuff like that. And then this was the drugstore.
Oh, cool. It has that storefront look to it.
Yeah. Next to it is the courthouse.
Whoa.
It was built in 1874 for $14,000.
So this is what, $14,000 will build you.
Why does it say hotel?
Oh, because maybe it was a hotel later on. Oh, this is probably... This is what's haunted. I have read about this place before. I didn't know that it was here. Hotel Mead is haunted. This is more than likely where Ghost Adventures did their investigation. You want to go in there? Dude, this place is so cool. It's a legit little town. Wow.
Can you get the stairs?
Can?
Yeah.
Almost fell.
Okay. Can you imagine how like fancy this was back in those times?
I think it's pretty fancy now.
It is. Oh, that looks scary.
Oh, snap.
You heard that?
I don't hear anybody. So those kids that were on the field trip I told you about, they took off. They're done. It explains why they were at the front. Now they're just kind of double checking each place to make sure that there's no kids left behind. Actually, there's a couple of them right there. Because I heard them come in one of the houses and they were like, are there any YMCA kids here? So yeah, they're just trying to make sure no kids left behind. But really, once they completely leave, it'll just be us here at this ghost town. I don't see anybody else here. So where we're at, there is no cell phone signal, so we couldn't look up any information on Hotel Mead. I have read up on this place when I looked up haunted locations near Montana. I think, don't quote me on that, we're either in Montana or Wyoming. I feel like we're in Wyoming.
I don't know, because this is what it says in here.
Might even be in Idaho. I mean, we kind of found this place by accident.
It says that it became the temporary home to many Montana travelers. So I don't know if it was between like the travelers going from Wyoming to Montana, like because it's right in the middle, maybe?
If we didn't have this informational booklet that the park ranger gave us, we would know nothing. So bear with us. We're gonna be reading as we go. And we're gonna be kind of seeing things as they are. It is haunted, the park ranger told us.
We thought it was just a cool little ghost town to go explore.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah,
I
ghost
wonder if we
adventure's
could,
been here.
I wonder if we could come at nighttime. It's really quiet here.
So do you want to ask something?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the story of Hotel Meade, aka the courthouse. Did I say ghost?
Sounds like a kid. Whiskey?
Sound said hanging.
Why did you hang your sheriff here? I keep hearing hang.
Mm-hmm.
Shot.
Why does it keep sounding like a kid's coming through?
I said shot again. It's so quiet in here. You can hear everything.
The way this is looking like, maybe this was open at one point. I have been in some old historic courthouses, and they're usually open up top. Sometimes they turn them into classrooms or schools. This looks like 100% they took this big open space. It was probably used for court at one point and turned it into little rooms. They didn't have air conditioning back in the day, so what they would do, they would have these vents up here, which would provide some privacy and a little bit of air. And they would have usually a couple windows open. So this window would be open to provide a draft, and probably some windows open downstairs, and you get a nice breeze through here. What the heck was that?
Did you just hear like a...
It was like a pss, 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 pss. Hello? Maybe it was an animal. Are you calling me if you were a ghost?
Oh, look, there goes all the kids from the field trip. Yeah, they're all getting ready to leave.
It caught me by surprise because on the way here, there's nothing. I mean, there's just really nothing. You could park your car in the middle of the road. It's on the way here, and you could even lay on the street if you want, and you won't see any traffic. So right when I pull up, I found it quite surprising that there was a whole field trip. I thought we were gonna get to this ghost town and there's gonna be like nobody here. But yeah, they are on their way out right now.
Here, you open that door. There's no lock on it.
No?
Why is it closed? It has to be closed for a reason. Oh, it's nailed shut.
It's nailed.
There's something about this place. I don't know what it is, but there is a lot of history. Maybe this is where the hangings took place. Oh, wow. Look at this. You know what that reminded me of? That quilt in Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Look at that doll.
What if that's actually the quilt?
No, it was a different color. Oh, wow. Look at that door. It's just like halfway up the stairs.
Oh, that's weird.
So this room was added. It was a large dining hall that said that they added to the end. Wow, is that a kitchen?
Yeah, it is. Those are ovens right there.
That's so neat.
Oh, over here too. You can actually peek in there. Those refrigerators are running. And it says hotel on that one. Is that a keg? No, it's an upside down garbage can. Yeah, I don't see anybody in the ghost town anymore. Oh, there's a cellar too. That's locked though.
This place is 100% free, by the way. If you're in the area, if you're driving through, like, I think it's Interstate 15 down through Montana and Idaho. I don't know exactly. We were just driving and we found it. Definitely a neat experience. If you like ghost stories, or even if you just like history, you want to take a step back in time into what it was like back in the day. They used to mine for gold here, right?
Yeah.
It's another. Notice a lot of old towns that are abandoned like this. It was mainly because of, that's a safe. That looks like an old safe.
Oh, it is, look.
But yeah, a lot of these old mining towns are abandoned today because they got their gold and they're out.
So these are almost like temporary towns. pretty sure it wasn't meant to be that way. So chances are there was gold in this safe at one point. Look at that.
It's heavy too.
Or maybe this was a bank at one time too. No? Hey, look, there's an outhouse out there. Naughty stuff back in these days, this is the jail that you would be spending time in right here. There's still some kids here. Those aren't ghosts, okay? But I wanted to show you, okay, that's the jail. This is solitary confinement right here. This is the only bit of daylight other than the little cracks in the walls you'll get. Let's go in here. You know, for all you people that think prison is bad today, which it is, but this was way worse. It probably gets 1,000,000 degrees in here. Sometimes it gets really cold too, like -0. And I mean, I don't see no heat sources in here. I'm sure they're just like, here's a blanket. The fact that it's still standing after hundreds of years is pretty amazing. Are you in jail, babe? Oh, wow. I feel super dizzy in here. It's completely unlevel. It's like a fun house. Man, look at all the people that have been in here. This doesn't mess with your equilibrium.
Nope, these mosquitoes trying to get it though. I'll tell you what, the air is definitely different here.
Yeah, than the other place. It's definitely more of a breeze in here. Feels nicer. I'm thinking this probably shrunk at one point because of moisture levels in the ground. Because this snows out here. So that's where you went if you, like, you know, maybe stole some hay or something. And that's where you went if you were fighting. Oh, look at the old mining train cars. Or like the mining carts. That means that there's got to be a mine here somewhere.
These jails. When the gold rush was at its peak, jails were seldom used. Offenders were warned, banished, or hung. No one wanted the job of guarding the prisoners when they could be working their claim. After Plummer was elected sheriff, so Plummer was the sheriff, and May 24th, 1863, he had led the jail on the right built. It is uncertain when the one on the left was built. Yes.
So that's the original jail on the right.
This was the first jail built to become Montana territory. Inside the original or smaller jail.
So we're in Montana.
Yeah. The prisoners were chained to the metal rings attached to the floors as a reminder to those who were locked up. If you were to look at the barred window of the gallows, it's plainly visible. So yeah, that one was the original.
Okay, that's that one.
Which is
right
that
there.
one, yeah. But because the mining was like at its peak, nobody wanted the job to guard the prisoners. So if you got in trouble, you were either banished from the town,
or hung.
You were warned, or you were hung. So you didn't even. Those are your three options.
You know, fast forward now to 2021. I mean, there's still nothing out here, so.
You get 3 hots in a cot now.
Yeah. I mean, they just hang you. Yo, what's up with this sign right here? The Vigilante.
Vigilante trail.
Look, that's a noose right there. I feel like there was more hangings than what they're saying. I wonder why they hung the sheriff, though.
I don't know. I wonder if it would say.
Maybe because he was hanging a lot of people for no reason. Like, there's a sign back there that said no smoking. So if you were smoking anywhere near there, they'd probably hang you too. Dude, check this out. This is so cool. Now, I was in a mine shaft recently, and, you know, these mines would go down for several hundreds of feet. And it makes you wonder, like, where did they use the bathroom when they had to go? Well, they would have some mining carts with toilets on them. They were like portable porta potties for the mines. Oh, look, right here. This looks like an old mine shaft. And they covered it up. This had to be, especially, you know, that being so close. And look, this wall has a beer belly.
That's when they started getting fancy with the floors.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. This looks like, I thought it was maybe carpet. Oh, look, this is Get Out. So the house we're in right now is also known as the mining house.
Look at the logs.
Why was this called the mining house? So remember that mine that I told you that, I mean, it's possible that there's a mine there. It's right next to the mining house. So maybe that's why. One thing I learned after being in another mine shaft, one that is monitored by professionals, never go into an abandoned mine shaft. There are horror stories about people going into these mine shafts, and I wish I would have known that because I've been into some abandoned mine shafts. They say that you can die down there. Lack of oxygen, carbon monoxide poisoning, radon gas. I mean, there's so many things that exist in these abandoned mines. So yeah, don't go. This is probably why you'll see them covered up, or sometimes there's doors on the front of them with warning signs. Don't go in abandoned mine shafts. There's plenty of mine shafts you could go in that are ventilated, and of course, you know, you might have to pay a small fee. Stick to those.
Is that not like your intentions eye? Like when it's manifesting your location?
Actually, yeah. What is this? It's like, is that plaster? It's like paper. So this is the local church, also known as a Methodist Church. Do you know about Charles Wesley? He's the one that started the Methodist Church. Well, it was some brothers. Charles and, I forgot the other guy's name. Oh, wow. But the reason it was called the Methodist Church is because they had a certain method of teaching. These guys love the Lord.
This one looks like it's more like reserved than the other ones.
Possibly. Old churches are creepy to me. There goes the park ranger right there. Really nice guy, by the way. So this home belonged to bootleggers, aka scammers, scam artists. And when they found out that the law was onto them, they left in the middle of the night and completely left this house full of everything. Dishes, furniture. It does look like a handprint. Now you know why they left so quickly?
Because they learned that the cops were onto them.
And they probably would have got hung. So they were out. Wonder what kind of scams they were pulling on people. Because they definitely would have got hung.
So apparently the house next door is like a fine example of craftsmanship of the early day builders. This beautiful little cabin was built with the simple hand tools in 1864 by a French Canadian, Xavier Renoir something.
So this is the house that Tiffany was just talking about that was pretty much built, I mean, all these houses were built with just hand tools. They didn't have electricity back in the day. So all this was manual tools. What's this?
Looks like something that would be like under some stairs, right?
It's like an attic, but on the first floor. It was like a storage area. People still live here. What is that over there? Look.
Ooh, what is that?
What?
Be careful.
Is this an old mine shaft? Or maybe an outhouse?
Not for snakes.
Oh no. I think this is an old outhouse. Makes a lot of sense. I think there are people that still live out here. You know, like the park rangers. Because this does say staff housing. Beyond this point, please respect their privacy. So people live here. All right, I'm not going to go any further this way, because I'm going to respect their privacy. But it doesn't say that you can't go this way. Yo, check this out. So they found some rubies here. What? Look at that. Yeah, this had to have come, I mean, I don't know, from maybe one of the mines. I have this pile of rock here.
I want to shift some rubies.
We should go for a swim. Okay, so he's showing us how to sift for rubies. He grabbed just dirt from this pile.
The gold is 10 times heavier than the water, and it will sink. These ripples right here, as the water goes over, it's going to create a small little twist, and the gold will stay on this side of that.
Have you found some gold?
Yeah, I found flakes earlier. Nothing, you know, to pick. But as you grab these rocks out, you want to look to make sure you're not grabbing anything worthwhile, because you can find rubies that big. And I just submerge it and just stratify the crap out of it. And then when you get down to it, see gold here. I see the rubies already in there.
Oh, there are rubies in there.
Yeah. They look like little pieces of jello.
I want to show you how to see the gold at the end. Getting it, that's why I have those classifiers, because getting it down this small is very time consuming like this, you know? Mm-hmm. So I just don't even screw around with it. I start with the fines.
Okay, so Tiffany's gonna try to do a little sifting. That dude knew so much. Rubies. We did get a couple little rubies. He was a professional, man.
Yeah, he said all the little things that he has at his house are like all these little suction tools and
he did say that there's still gold out here. A lot.
He said only a third of the world's gold has been found.
We did find a gold flake. I don't know if you could see it. Like if you move around. That's pretty cool. And we got some more rubies. So this house right here is where a woman named Mitty, old woman, she had passed away. I think there's a cemetery here somewhere. Ooh, the house is bouncy.
Yeah. Ooh, it's shaking. Yeah. Ooh, stop. Hey, I want to fall through the floor.
Is this a chalkboard?
Looks like it. Oh no, I think somebody just dug into it. Oh, there's stairs that go upstairs.
Whoa. You want to go? I'm good.
I'm sure they do test out some of these houses and see if they are safe, because some of them, quite a few of them, have locks on the front doors. And it's not to, you know, to be mean or anything. They just want to keep you safe. This one, more than likely, one day is probably going to have a lock on the front door. They're going house to house and preserving them. It costs a lot of money. I'm sure there's like a donation website that they're using, because it's all donation based, or maybe some tax dollars. If you get dizzy easy, don't come in. I mean, like, I am super dizzy from being in some of these houses, being that it's just so unlevel, and pretty much every house. I don't know. Let me know if you feel me on that, because I know that there's some of you guys that go into some uneven, unbalanced houses and you can get dizzy right away, or maybe you get dizzy in an elevator. I don't know. Tiffany gets dizzy in elevators. That just started, didn't it?
Yeah, came with age.
And Tiffany loves roller coasters, things like that.
Roller coasters, but hate heights.
I don't see any cemetery. This place is totally cool though. It's free to get in. You don't have to pay. I mean, I feel like they should pay. I pay to come in here. I mean, especially if you can do a little ghost hunting in the process. That would be super cool. A place like this being open at nighttime almost reminds me of the town of Spectre. Let me know in the comments if you remember that video. It was an old ghost town. It was made to look like an old ghost town, but it was created for the movie Big Fish. Place is still there. It's on a little island in Alabama. Not seawater though, it's like on a lake. And there's tons of goats there. I mean, there was baby goats underneath some of the houses. I mean, you could probably take a goat and no one would even know, because there's just so many of them and they're making babies all the time. I want to take you there one day.
I found the cemetery.
Where?
It's up on the hill.
Oh.
Way up there on that mountain.
You mean on that mountain?
No, it's across the street.
Across the street? Really?
Yeah, it's up on the mountain.
Let's go.
We can't. It's like at the top of the mountain.
This one has a little front gate area. It's like a little gated community and a porch. Isn't it crazy that people lived here before? I don't even care that I'm dizzy. This is just so cool. Look at the kitchen.
This was like a washroom or a bathroom? Yeah. That's a big bathroom. See the ground for the toilet?
Okay, maybe they added that later on. This is one of the houses that were probably here in the 70s.
Yeah, because they did say some people lived here until the 70s.
This is more of an upgraded house. I mean, I'm just taking a wild guess on that. And that must be an old cellar. And they covered it all up. Probably not safe to go in there.
What's that?
An outhouse.
Oh my god, there's an actual toilet in it.
No.
Yes, there is.
Let's go look.
I do have to go to the bathroom. So, yeah, maybe this is where I'm gonna go.
Whoa!
It's a woodpecker!
They're just floating in the air. Oh.
Is that the woodpecker?
Yeah. What you pecking, buddy? I don't see him. Oh, he's over there.
He's over here now.
Oh, look. Yeah, he's right there.
He went back.
He's a shy guy. Can you do it?
No.
You ain't liking the bugs, are you? It's probably because of the turds in there. I'll tell you what. I've seen some porta potties that are way dirtier. This is actually pretty clean. I dare you to take a look down there.
Okay. This is so cool. I mean, I'm just kind of envisioning people walking through this town, some horse and buggies, people out on their front porches talking. I mean, this is great. It's a little town. And I'm so glad it's here. I'm so glad that, you know, somebody didn't just come in here and they destroyed it. I mean, there's not many of these that exist today that you could at least visit. You said that was one of the first houses built here?
Yep.
It looks really put together.
This is probably one of those houses that people were still living in.
So the person that lived in this house was one of the people that helped capture Palmer the day that he was home.
Okay, this looks like a really old... Whoa! Get away! Okay, it's being guarded by a giant bee.
Is this the governor's house? This looks like a nice house.
The governor's house is up there towards the front.
It's crazy. This is one of the older homes in here, but it's probably one of the most put together. It's got the nice high ceilings. It's got those vents that I told you about.
That was their air conditioning back in the day. And this was probably a cellar door. It's all closed up now. Is that a kitchen? Or a pantry?
It almost looks like one of those like butler pantries.
So this was probably the kitchen. Oh, look at the old buggy. The old horse buggy. See it?
Oh, I love that.
And that was probably definitely from here. I don't think they just bring stuff over here that are random. This is stuff that belonged here.
I hear music. Sounds like a banjo. Cool.
I totally hang out here.
So this is an old saloon. Oh, cool.
Use at your own risk. You should go on, let me push you.
Antique merry-go-round.
All right, so as we're getting ready to explore the school, the upstairs is a Freemason Lodge, and they usually don't allow access here, but we're getting a special access tour right now of the Freemason Lodge. The park ranger just unlocked it for us. Was a Freemason. That's what I heard. I guess some Mormons shared that with the park ranger, and that's why they come and visit here. We're not that far from the beehive state. In fact, there was some little beehives on the top of the chair, and they symbolize it. They don't call it the beehive state because there's tons of bees there. I mean, there's tons of bees anywhere in North America, but it's because they symbolize a lot, especially with Freemasons and Mormons.
Yeah, they said it symbolized like togetherness and hard work and dedication.
Dedication, yeah. Patience.
Patience. When you think about it, it takes a lot to run a beehive.
It does. And you have to beehive.
So this house right here, which is right at the entrance of the town, it was also known as a greeting house. It would provide water here for the miners. Let's go have a look.
It was their name. That was their last name, babe.
What was their last name?
Greeter.
Oh, that was their last name.
Yeah.
I call it.
Him and his
but
wife lived here.
Technically, they did greet people with water.
Oh, this is nice.
So Augustus Greater and his wife Emily were married in Nebraska. In a partnership of A.J. Smith, they constructed the Smith-Greater Ditch in 1863 to provide water for mining. The Smith-Greater Ditch, along with others, helped sustain and contributed to the expansion of the mining operations. While in Virginia City in 1864...
So they did provide water.
Mm-hmm. In 1864, he witnessed the Vilanches execute Boone Hallam, along with Clubfoot George Lane, Haynes Lyons, Frank Parrish, and Jack Gallagher. In 1897, his company built the... So he witnessed...
A lot of the hangings.
Yeah. That's a big place.
Yeah. It's a good size.
Cabinetry.
Oh, look. That's like a door.
These have a lot of like latches. It makes me wonder, like, was there like tornadoes here? Were there people that had to hide from?
Okay, it doesn't open. Oh, they cut it. They cut around it. And then they nailed it shut. That was a door to go underground.
You know this place is spooky at nighttime. It's got to be super dark. Definitely love to come here at nighttime.
In case you're wondering, you can bring dogs here. I think that's awesome. All right, so this house right here was the home of the very first governor of Montana. I'm not sure what his name was, but this is nice. This had to have been one of the houses too in the 1970s.
This is called the governor's mansion.
This was a mansion?
I think anywhere that his home is a mansion.
Wow. That's the house right there. That's the governor's mansion.
Yeah, which is what
Number
we're
25. Well, just to give you a little overview of what the town looks like, we just went through that whole town, and most of those buildings are still here. Some of them are locked up. There's some information on, you know, these houses. There's some of them that we didn't go in, but I did that on purpose. That way you can come and check this place out for yourself one day. It's definitely worth the road trip if you're nearby.
We're not far from Jackson, Wyoming. I'm not sure if there's an airport there. Salt Lake City is about maybe 5 hours from here. So if you're anywhere near those areas, this is definitely a really cool place to come check out. I'm gonna ask the park ranger if there's a possibility to come here at nighttime. Let's go. As you can see, there's really only a few people here. That's our car right there. This is where the school buses were just a little bit ago. They have bathrooms here. The drive up is beautiful. I did ask the park ranger, wanted to share this with you. First of all, a couple things. Do they do night tours here? Because I was really interested in that. Sometime in September, they do night tours, probably because of the Halloween season. Also, we asked, where did the hangings take place? Because we didn't know. We thought maybe it was in front of the courthouse, like most traditional hangings took place. No, it was up in the hills, somewhere around there, and they were all in the same place. And he said that there's a replica somewhere where they used to hang people. We're gonna go over there, but it's quite a walk over the hills. So we'll leave that up to you.
Not much to say. It's just 2 bars and a what do you say? It's 2 poles and a bar. That's
right. But pretty much the whole town would come out and witness these hangings, including children.
That's really sad.
Had to be kind of sad.
That was a fun adventure. If you do plan on coming here, bring some bug spray. Not sure how they are in the wintertime. I know it gets cold here. Definitely bring some good shoes too. Big shout out to Tiffany for joining us on this adventure. Let me know if you've seen something, because this place is haunted. I don't know a lot of the haunted history here, but it was definitely a fun explore, and you could come here as well. Gotta go for now before we leave. Keep a kiss. Peace.